we are, APR front splitter for the 2015 Mustang. I'm gonna go ahead, open it up, check out what's inside. Packaging is pretty well put together, it looks like. Alright, and here we go. Have it fully opened. The quality of the carbon fiber looks to be very good. Very nicely done. The part I was worried about was the APR kind of sticker right here that I thought may be actually embedded into the splitter itself, but actually it's just a sticker. You can peel it off. So if you don't want it on there, easy to take off. And it looks like the front of it, they put a little bit of a protector on there. If you see that, it's kind of like a door molding of sorts. But very, very nice. Can't wait to get it on the car. I will come back with the full installation of the splitter, including the removal of the front fascia of the Mustang. It's proved to be a pain in the ass, according to some, so we will put that to the test. Here we are. Next step in the process is we're going to be pulling out all of these little tabs here. Very easily done. Make sure you do not lose these though. You pull up this first part, and then the bottom part will just come right out. There we are. It's that easy. Take those all out, and we're on to the next step. Once you remove the radiator cover, you'll have to remove the bolts. Do not forget about the one right next to the headlight there. And you have across the front all these bolts to remove. We'll remove those. We'll be back. Alright, the next step is to, I don't know how well you can see this, but there is a clip here, a little tab here, kind of like what was holding the radiator cover down. Exactly, actually. This one here, there's one here next to the vent, and then there's one tucked up right behind the tire right there, right in here. You just pull those out. Then we just got the bottom, I believe, to do. We'll be able to pull it off the bumper. Alright, here we go. So, this is the most tedious part. I don't necessarily know if it's that hard, it's just very tedious. So there is one bolt on each side. It sits about right here, I would say, inside. So you have to pull back, turn your tire, pull back on the fender molding, and up in here, I don't know if you can see it that well, is where it sits. So about right here, you're gonna have to take this little bolt out. It's very tight, so if you can, I would recommend getting a small, it's a 7mm, but I didn't have a 7mm in that small of a wrench that would fit in there, so we went with 9/32. Fits right on it, just right. And you just slowly but surely turn this bolt, and soon enough you'll have it off. Took me about, I don't know, 20 minutes to get it off. Trying to first find it, couldn't really tell exactly where it was to begin with, but couple of nice, helpful walkthroughs. I'll give you some tips as well. One from Lethal Performance off their website. The grill delete installation also goes over how you take out the front bumper. As well, Roush makes a nice little write-up on their front fascia kit. It's installing their front fascia, but it also gives the installation on how to remove the OEM front fascia. So do your homework, check it out. It's not too hard, just very tedious. We should have this thing off in a matter of minutes. Be right back. All right, and here we are, YouTube. We have the front bumper off. Really, again, not too difficult, just more tedious. The one thing I didn't show before, but pretty self-explanatory, there are on the bottom of the bumper more of those tabs, those pull tabs. And there's screws that are right here, 2 over here, 2 over here, more tabs, screw here, from the bottom. Just make sure your car's on a lift, or didn't want to use ramps because if you drive it off the ramps with the front splitter on it, I'm worried that it'll hit the ramps. Rather not break it as soon as I get it on. So the only other piece was right here, the bumper. You'll put your fingers back here and just lightly pull. You'll feel and see it pop. It'll come off. Do the same thing the other side, and you'll lift the bumper from the bottom. You'll pull up, and then you'll lift it off of these little pins right here. Pretty straightforward. The next step is to install the splitter. Is you actually have to remove this front rubber piece right here. It goes in right here. You just take a screwdriver, pry off little plastic rivets that it's melted into, and then it sits in this little channel here. But there's really not even a need for it. Obviously, this is a flat piece of carbon fiber, so it just really goes back together and covers up the entire lower fascia, being one piece. Pretty simple. Next part, it's a little bit trickier. Just drilling all the holes and making sure all the stock holes are still there, so that the amount of downforce that is put on the front splitter can actually hold up and it doesn't rip itself off. Alright, so here we have the bumper lined up. I've drilled 3 pilot holes here, here, and here through the splitter. Put those in, put the bolts in, and that's going to hold it in place so I don't have to worry about it slipping out after I've already lined it up. I just basically used the corner of the bumper about a fingernail's length away on each side. Really puts it right in the middle, and then all the way, put the splitter all the way to the edge right here. Not the edge right here, but the edge over here. That way it's flush and full. And then from there, there's a total of 11 bolts in the package. I will be using all 11. Better safe than sorry. And just mounting in different spots. Here's where I did the first 3, right behind this little hump right here. I'll probably throw a couple in over there, a couple right here, get some in the front, and then a couple in the back. Really hold it down. As well as some of these holes right here are going to be covered up, where you're going to have sock screws that need to go back in. So the plan is, after I get everything in, I will be drilling into these as a pilot hole, and then on the other side using a larger drill bit to open the hole up, so that I can still have all the screws from stock on the bumper. Alright, and there is the finished product. Not that hard to install, just takes time and patience. Underneath. So here's where I put the adjustable rods there. If you can see, the kit comes with 11 bolts. I actually ended up buying 2 more from the store, just to be safe. But there we are. 2015 Mustang GT front splitter from APR. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Thank you very much. Have a great day.